Hi everyone, me again. I know 2 videos in one day. What have you done to deserve this? So I've been splashing out on some other stuff. This really needs to stop. As you know, I love Airfix and I love the vintage classics that they are producing at the moment. So I bought 2 items directly from Hornby Airfix. And then I had a surprise with a 3rd item from them. The 2 that I bought are both vintage classics. One of them I built when I was a kid, and the other one is one I've never done before, but has piqued my interest, although I'm pretty sure it's a pretty crap kit, people say. The other 2 items that I want to show you are, again, for nostalgia reasons. Games Workshop recently re-released, if you like, Warhammer Old World. They're calling it Old World because they need to make it different to Age of Sigmar. Of course, people who played it back in the day, it was just Warhammer. Now, I got really hyped at the beginning of the year when they were releasing these figures. The Bretonnians were the first, as well as the Tomb Kings, I think. But because of the delays in getting the stuff out to people, I didn't really pick up on it and just heard all these kind of moaning about the figures not being there, and whenever you went on the website they were always sold out. I just lost interest. It just fizzled out. I bought the books, the rule books and whatever, but anyway, they'd recently released the Dwarves, and the Dwarves were my main army, you know, some 35 years ago. I was recently in Element Games. They've opened a store in Brum, which is bad news for me. And there on the shelf they had the Dwarf Army and some other units separate. So I had to get it, and I had to get one of the units, so I will show you those in a bit. But first, let's have a look at the Airfix stuff. So let's start with the one that I had when I was a kid. This is HMS Ajax, famous for the Battle of the River Plate, where she punched it out with the Admiral Graf Spee. So when they re-released this as a vintage classic, I'd got to have it. 1/600 scale, so quite a nice size. I think it'll be practically the size of the box. So really looking forward to having this on the shelf alongside HMS Fearless that I did this year, and the Graf Spee that I did, I don't know, 25 years ago from my father-in-law. And when he passed away, I basically asked if I could have the model back, and they said yeah, the mother-in-law said yeah. So yes, looking forward to having this alongside that. Okay, so I couldn't fit all this box on the frame, so I've had to bring the camera to the side slightly. This is Great Western paddle steamer, designed by Isambard Kingdom Brunel, I think. Now, I never had this kit before, but it is one that once they released it, I thought, you know what, I would really like to have a go at that. But this is the kit that people say is a bag of poo. So we shall see. Again, size-wise, she's got to be at least 15 inches, I think, in length. So quite a nice size, 1/80th in scale, unlike Ajax, which was 1/600. The sails on this are those vac formed type, so we shall see. I forgot there was rigging on this ship. Don't ask me how I forgot that, and I opened and looked at the box and I thought, oh bollocks. it's got sails and rigging and bear. So we shall see. But the 3rd kit was a nice surprise. So I spent £50 online with Airfix. When I went to my basket, there was this in the basket, and I thought, I didn't add that to the basket, and it's free, absolutely free, worth £23, and it was just a gift from Airfix. I was absolutely over the moon. I have been looking to do some 148 scale Spitfires. The only thing that puts me off is the camo on them. That's one of the reasons why I'm enjoying, hopefully we'll enjoy doing the Corsair, because there's like one colour on top, one colour on bottom practically. I know there's a third colour on the fuselage. But I had been looking at getting some 148 Spitfires, so this is great. I possibly won't do it in American markings. I think I might get some aftermarket decals to do it as an RAF, either if I can Australian or New Zealand or Polish or British. I would do it as one of those four. So that's the Airfix stuff that I got, and now I want to show you the Games Workshop Old World Dwarves. Okay guys, sorry about the lighting. So what we have here is the Dwarfen Mountain Holds Battalion. Now the guy at Element Games told me that he thinks there's 1,000 points in this. The Orc and Goblin box similar is only 500 points in it. So what we get from this is, I think we get 2 units of warriors, is it? Units of handgunners and a unit of quarrelers, basic crossbowmen, and then we get a couple of gyrocopters. One's like a fighter gyrocopter and the other one's a bomber type. These figures aren't the ones I used to have back in the day. They haven't re-released those, I don't think, but they are close enough. When I saw this image, I just saw my old army practically, and I thought, I want to have these. So that's why I took the plunge and got them. They did have 3 other units, separate boxes, and I just couldn't get them all. It's just like, this is insane. I can't keep spending money the way I am. But I did have to get one other unit, and I shall show you that. Sorry, before I show you the other unit, I just thought I'd show you the back of the box. So yeah, as I say, handgunners, quarrelers, and then the others are a Dwarven Warrior with hand weapon and shield, and then you can do Dwarven Warriors with double-handed weapon, which is these guys. Whether you get an option to do both units as with hand weapon and shield, I don't know. I think I would prefer that, because I think I recall double-handed weapons used to strike last. So if they came into contact with somebody who'd got sword and shield, they would attack first, and then the double-handed weapon guys would then attack. I'm not certain. So, but let me show you the other unit that I got. Okay, so what we got here is Dwarf Miners. They basically carry double-handed picks. They are not the miner figures that I used to have back in the day. They are slightly different. However, again, they were close enough. When I saw this image, and they're close enough to the ones I used to have in style, that I had to get them. I intend to get the other units because there was one box that was an organ gun and steam cannon, which just looked fantastic. And then there was a box set which had, I think, leaders in it. So yeah, I'll probably get that as well. But if we have a look at the box, there was a nice surprise on this again. So as we can see from the back of the box, it tells you get the musician, you get the prospector who's the champion, and then you get the standard bearer. But you also get mining carts, which in themselves are just a cracking little figure. And I don't know whether you get 4. Yeah, 4. So the unit of dwarves is 20, and then you get 4 mining carts. So these alone, the mining carts, are a nice little project. So there you go, guys, showing both boxes at an odd angle so it fits them in. These are the basis of my Warhammer Dwarf Army, and I am over the moon that I've got these. Huge amounts of nostalgia. Again, the figures aren't the ones that I used to have, but they look so similar to those that they certainly, as I say, bring the nostalgia back. So I'm really looking forward to painting these guys up. Thanks ever so much for watching. It's still Friday, and I have had one beer so far, so look after yourselves, and I'll catch up with you soon.